The Middle East has long been a cauldron of instability, a region where the winds of change can quickly transform the geopolitical landscape. The fall of the Assad regime in Syria marks one such transformative moment. After years of brutal civil war, the Syrian people have seen the collapse of a dictatorship. This event has sent shockwaves across the region, with far-reaching implications for the balance of power. One nation, in particular, has been watching these developments closely: Turkey. The collapse of the Assad regime has created a vacuum in Syria, one that Turkey has been quick to fill. With its long border with Syria and its own ambitions for regional leadership, Turkey has seized the opportunity to assert itself as a major player in the post-Assad Middle East. Ankara's involvement in Syria is not entirely new. Turkey has long been a supporter of the Syrian opposition, providing refuge to millions of Syrian refugees fleeing the violence. However, the fall of Assad has given Turkey a chance to play a more direct role in shaping Syria's future. Turkish troops have crossed the border into northern Syria, ostensibly to combat Kurdish militants, but also to establish a buffer zone under Turkish control. This intervention has raised concerns about Turkey's ultimate goals in Syria. Some observers fear that Ankara is seeking to carve out a sphere of influence in the war-torn country, exploiting the chaos to advance its own interests. The fall of Assad has undoubtedly presented Turkey with both opportunities and challenges. How Turkey chooses to navigate this complex and volatile environment will have profound consequences for the future of the Middle East. Will Turkey's involvement bring much-needed stability to Syria, or will it further inflame tensions and fuel the fires of conflict? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, Turkey's ambitions in the post-Assad Middle East are impossible to ignore. To understand Turkey's ambitions in the Middle East today, one must delve into the annals of history, back to the era of the Ottoman Empire. For centuries, the Ottomans ruled over a vast swathe of territory, stretching from the Balkans to the Persian Gulf. The Ottoman Empire was a major power, a center of trade, culture, and military might. Its legacy still resonates throughout the region, shaping perceptions and influencing political dynamics. The Ottoman Empire's collapse in the wake of World War I left a void in the Middle East, one that European powers were quick to fill. Turkey, once the seat of a mighty empire, was relegated to the sidelines of international affairs. This experience left a deep scar on the Turkish psyche, a sense of humiliation and resentment that fueled a desire to restore Turkey to its former glory. This aspiration has found expression in the concept of Neo-Ottomanism, a belief that Turkey should reclaim its rightful place as a leading power in the region. Neo-Ottomanism is more than just a nostalgic yearning for a bygone era. It is a potent ideological force that has gained traction in Turkey in recent years, particularly under the leadership of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Erdogan has openly embraced Turkey's Ottoman past, invoking its legacy in his speeches and policies. He has sought to position Turkey as a champion of the Muslim world, a protector of Islamic values and interests. This neo-Ottoman vision has resonated with many Turks who see their country as a natural leader in the region. They point to Turkey's economic progress, its growing military might, and its strategic location as evidence of its potential. Turkey, they argue, is uniquely positioned to bridge the divide between East and West, to be a voice of moderation and stability in a turbulent region. Recep Tayyip Erdogan is a figure who looms large over Turkish politics. A charismatic and polarizing leader, he has dominated Turkish politics for over 2 decades, first as Prime Minister and now as President. Erdogan's vision for Turkey is one of a resurgent power, a nation that reclaims its Ottoman heritage and asserts itself on the world stage. He has deftly combined religious rhetoric with nationalist sentiment, tapping into a deep well of Turkish pride and ambition. Under Erdogan's leadership, Turkey has undergone a period of profound transformation. Economically, Turkey has experienced impressive growth, becoming a major player in the global economy. Militarily, Turkey has invested heavily in its armed forces, modernizing its equipment and expanding its capabilities. Diplomatically, Turkey has adopted a more assertive posture, pursuing an independent foreign policy that often puts it at odds with its Western allies. Erdogan's vision for Turkey extends far beyond its borders. He sees Turkey as a leader of the Muslim world, a champion of the oppressed and a defender of Islamic values. This vision is rooted in a belief that Turkey has a unique role to play in the Middle East, one that transcends its historical ties to the region. Erdogan believes that Turkey, with its strong economy, its capable military, and its Islamic identity, is uniquely positioned to bring stability and prosperity to the Middle East. Erdogan's vision has not been without its critics. Some accuse him of harboring authoritarian tendencies, pointing to his crackdown on dissent and his consolidation of power. Others question his neo-Ottoman ambitions, fearing that they will lead to greater instability in the region. Despite these criticisms, Erdogan remains a popular figure in Turkey, admired for his strong leadership and his unwavering belief in Turkey's destiny. Turkey's military prowess has long been a defining characteristic of its regional presence. With a history steeped in military tradition, Turkey boasts one of the largest and most capable armed forces in the region. In recent years, under President Erdogan's leadership, Turkey has embarked on an ambitious program of military modernization, bolstering its armed forces with state-of-the-art weaponry and advanced technology. This military build-up is not merely symbolic. It is a clear indication of Turkey's determination to protect its interests and assert its influence in an increasingly volatile neighborhood. Turkey's commitment to regional security is evident in its involvement in various conflicts and crises. From its intervention in Syria to its support for Azerbaijan in the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, Turkey has demonstrated a willingness to use military force to safeguard its interests and those of its allies. Ankara's military interventions have not been without controversy, often sparking accusations of overreach and fueling regional tensions. However, Turkey's leadership argues that its military actions are necessary to counter threats to its security and to maintain stability in its surrounding regions. Turkey's military posture is driven by a complex set of geopolitical calculations and security concerns. The country faces a multitude of threats, from terrorism and instability on its borders to regional rivalries and great power competition. Turkey's long-standing membership in NATO reflects its commitment to collective security and its alignment with the West. However, in recent years, Turkey has also sought to diversify its strategic partnerships, forging closer ties with countries like Russia and China. This balancing act reflects Turkey's desire to maintain its strategic autonomy and pursue its interests independently. In the intricate dance of geopolitics, establishing a sphere of influence is, well, a crucial move. It's not just about power, but also about creating a network of allies and dependencies. Throughout history, nations have sought to expand their reach, not always through direct control, but often through more subtle means. Economic ties, cultural exchanges, and diplomatic agreements all play a part in this complex game. By weaving these threads together, a nation can extend its influence far beyond its borders, shaping the world to its advantage. And as we've seen time and again, those who master this art can hold sway over vast regions, steering the course of history itself. As we delve into the intricate dynamics of the Middle East, one cannot ignore the ongoing struggle for dominance between Turkey and Israel. Both nations, with their rich histories and strategic geopolitical positions, have been vying for influence and power in the region. This battle is not just about military might, but also about economic influence, political alliances, and cultural impact. The stakes are incredibly high, and the outcomes of this struggle will shape the future of the Middle East for years to come. Now, let's consider the potential outcomes of Turkey's ambitions. If Turkey succeeds in its goals, we could see a significant shift in the balance of power within the region. This might lead to new alliances, economic partnerships, and perhaps even a redefined political landscape. On the other hand, failure could result in internal instability, economic downturns, and strained relations with neighboring countries. The path Turkey chooses will undoubtedly have far-reaching consequences, not just for itself, but for the entire Middle East. To truly understand Turkey's gamble, we must look at the risks and rewards from their perspective. Turkey's leadership believes that by asserting itself more aggressively, it can reclaim a position of prominence and influence. However, this approach is fraught with challenges. The international community is watching closely, and any misstep could lead to severe repercussions. Additionally, domestic issues such as economic struggles and social unrest could undermine these ambitions. It's a high-stakes game, and the outcome is far from certain. As we conclude our exploration, it's clear that the future of the region hangs in the balance. The actions and decisions of Turkey, Israel, and other key players will determine the course of events for decades to come. The Middle East stands at a crossroads, with the potential for both great progress and significant turmoil. Only time will tell how these dynamics will unfold, but one thing is certain: the world will be watching closely, and the implications will be felt far beyond the region's borders. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content.